Once upon a time, there was a wealthy businessman who had two sons. The eldest son was called Amping and the younger son was called Angson. The businessman was old and wanted to hand over his property and business to his sons, but he didn't know which one to choose. He thought for a while and decided to use a method to test their ability and wisdom. One day, he called his sons in front of him and said, "I am going on a long trip. I don't know when I will come back. I have given you the keys to my home. You must take good care of the affairs at home. I have something to tell you. I have hidden a treasure on a mountain 100 miles away. Whoever can find it first can inherit half of my property." After that, he gave each of them a bunch of keys and a horse. Quick horse and left in a hurry. The eldest son and the youngest son and both wanted to get the treasure, so they immediately mounted their horses and ran towards the mountain. On the way, they encountered various difficulties and dangers, but they did not give up and just wanted to reach their destination as soon as possible. Finally, after running around for several days and nights, they reached the foot of the mountain. There was heavy snow falling on the mountain, and the wind was biting. Both the eldest son and the younger son felt tired and frozen, but they gritted their teeth and persisted in climbing to the top of the mountain. On the top of the mountain, they found a small cave entrance. There was a sign next to the cave entrance that read, "The treasure is here, please use the key to open it." The eldest son and the younger son both jumped up happily and they rushed to entrance of the cave. The eldest son arrived at the cave entrance faster than the younger son. He couldn't wait to take out the key and insert it into the keyhole. However, no matter how he turned the key, the lock did not open. He tried other keys, but to no avail. He felt very strange. Could it be that the key his father gave him was fake? He became suspicious. The younger son also ran to the entrance of the cave at this time. He saw his elder brother playing with the key there, but did not open the lock. He thought, "My brother must have taken the wrong key." So he also took out his own key and prepared to open the lock. But when he touched his pocket, he found that his key was missing. It turned out that while he was rushing on the road, he accidentally dropped the key somewhere. He looked around in panic but found no clues. He felt desperate. Did he lose the treasure just like this? He began to regret it. At this moment, the youngest son suddenly saw a stone next to him. He had an idea and thought, "Since there is no key to open the lock, let's break it with a stone." So he picked up the stone and threw it at the lock hard. Once, twice, 3 times the lock was finally broken open and the hole was opened. The younger son ran into the cave excitedly and found that there was indeed a pile of gold and silver jewelry inside. Overjoyed, he put the treasure into his bag and prepared to go home. The eldest son saw his younger brother breaking the lock with a stone and ran into the cave. But when he saw the treasure, he found that there wasn't much left. He angrily said to his younger brother, "You are cheating. My father said to use a key to open the lock. How can you use a stone to open the lock? This is not fair." After hearing this, the younger brother smiled and said, "Brother, you are too stuck in the rules." "Yes. My father said that whoever can find the treasure first can inherit half of his property. He did not say that he must use a key to open the lock." At this time, the businessman also rushed to the mountain. He saw the condition of his sons and said with a smile, "In fact, I have not traveled far. I have been observing your performance nearby. The keys I gave you are all fake. Only stones can open the lock. What I do is to test your ability to innovate and make breakthroughs. Because in this world, things are constantly changing. If you just stick to the old rules and methods, you will be eliminated and left behind. Only by daring to try new possibilities and angles can you find the solution that suits you best. So I decided to hand over half of my property and business to your brother because he has this ability and wisdom." After that, he took his youngest son on the horse and went home together. The eldest son felt remorseful after hearing his father's words. He realized that he had missed a golden opportunity and lost his father's trust and appreciation. He had no choice but to leave sadly and start his life over again. This end story tells us, people who stick to the rules may never be able to open the door to success in their lives. Because at the critical moment of fate, there is often no ready-made key. What's more, everything is constantly changing, and only a flexible mind can adapt to the needs of the times and social development. Therefore, what people need most is not a key, but a stone that blocks thinking.